unless we move from where we are to where we ought to be, we are not going to have any kind of definitive action in terms of accomplishing the goals or the objectives that have been set out or that have been laid out by the company. Now, I always say this, there are fundamentally three kinds of people. The first are those who make mistakes and learn from their own mistakes. The second are those who learn from other people's mistakes. The third are those who keep committing blunders but never actually learn any lessons at all. Failure stories will actually emphasize the value of a learning mindset. Do you actually have a mindset that is open to learning and correction? If it is not one that is open to learning and correction, then development is not going to be a natural outcome of your own process. So the first way in which failures can be leveraged in business is in the domain of risk assessment and mitigation. The second is in terms of continuous learning and development. One of the reasons why it is necessary that we talk about our own failures is not just to leverage our own business, but also to help our fellow man and our customers, our clients, our listeners.
Hi, and thank you for checking out this short clip from Obehi Podcast. I'm Obehi Ewanfoh, the host of the Obehi Podcast. This short clip was created from a full episode where we dive deep into this conversation. To see the entire video, all you need to do is to click on the link in the description of this video. Now, while you are there, I want to share something with you quickly. Are you a purpose-driven entrepreneur? Do you want to cut across the noise and attract the right audience, leveraging the power of storytelling? Now pay attention. I'm currently working on a signature program to help you own your story and stand out for the competition. It's a 5-step journey to help reshape your professional and business narrative so you can drive success and stand out in the competition. And in less than 90 days. The link is what you see on your screen, academy.aclasses.org/story. Now this is what we have understood. Storytelling is the most powerful instrument that is known to man. And this is what this could mean to you. You could either choose to own your story and leverage it to amplify your message and whatever you represent in this world, or some other person could own that story. The choice is yours. So why don't take advantage of your story and use it wherever you are, whether you are in business environment or you are a professional individual who want to be able to build your influence and leave a legacy behind because you represent something. You are owning your story. You are somebody whose story is important. So the choice again is yours. Now let's get started with this short clip. This is December 2023. Most of us already have plan of what we want to do in the year 2024. Now, how you are going to know whether you are failing or succeeding, which of course most of us are going to do, is going to be based on the goal you have set for yourself. Not on somebody else, maybe somewhere in Africa who is saying, okay, my brother didn't do this or didn't do that, or somebody who is on the other street looking at you and saying, you didn't do that, you didn't do that. The person doesn't know what your goal is. So I can never give any person the privilege to determine what is my success or my failure, because I set the goal for myself. So I really want to thank you so much, Andrew, for that. I could actually spend a lot of time on that because it is personal to me. I feel it is really personal that we should define for ourselves what is our success and what is our failure. All right, from that point, I'm going to move the mic to, I think the second person that joined us was Rosha and Nisa. Yeah, I think it's you. Please go ahead and share with us. The topic is how to leverage failure story in businesses.
Thank you, Obehi. One of the reasons why it is necessary that we talk about our own failures is not just to leverage our own business, but also to help our fellow man and our customers, our clients, our listeners. Now, I always say this, there are fundamentally three kinds of people. The first are those who make mistakes and learn from their own mistakes. The second are those who learn from other people's mistakes. The third are those who keep committing blunders but never actually learn any lessons at all. So, when you actually commit a blunder, or when you commit a blunder in your business, you could start using that very blunder as a learning key point, not only for future action but also for your own associates. Now, what are the areas in which one could actually leverage one's business from failures? The first is risk assessment and mitigation. When you analyze failure stories, that would actually help you understand all the kinds of risks which are associated with the different decisions that you've been taking. It teaches you the significance of thorough risk assessment and also calculated risk, coupled with, of course, the effective mitigation strategies that you will actually have to adopt. This kind of insight will actually enable you to take informed decisions for future action. So, the first way in which failures can be leveraged in business is in the domain of risk assessment and mitigation. The second is in terms of continuous learning and development. Now, unless we move from where we are to where we ought to be, we are not going to have any kind of definitive action in terms of accomplishing the goals or the objectives that have been set out or that have been laid out by the company. So, failure stories will actually emphasize the value of a learning mindset. Do you actually have a mindset that is open to learning and correction? If it is not one that is open to learning and correction, then development is not going to be a natural outcome of your own process. So, it is imperative that we actually encourage a culture of continuous improvement, a culture of learning, a culture of growth, a culture of development. When every setback actually becomes an opportunity for us to gain a lot of insight, apply knowledge, and also enhance our own skills. This kind of approach will help us foster innovation and adaptability in the long run. So, the second way in which failures can actually be leveraged in business is within the domain of continuous learning and development. The third is in terms of our relationships. When you actually assess a lot of failures, in most cases, these failures actually occur due to poor communication models that companies have adopted. So, this would, as a matter of fact, help you entrench your communication models, and that will lead to better or stronger relationships with your clients, with your associates, and with cross-functional teams.
Thank you for checking out this video. Are you getting enough value from it? You see, this video was created for the purpose of adding value to you. So if this video make any sense to you, let me know in the comment section below. I'm interested in understanding what you take away from this video and if it makes sense to you, so we can provide more. Now let's return to the video.
When you do that, you will actually underscore the significance of understanding who your target audience is, how you've been communicating with them, and how you will actually have to make amends wherever necessary. This would also help us seek customer feedback to ensure that our customer is able to understand that which is actually being put forth. If that kind of customer feedback is not garnered, then you will end up speaking in a language that is not understood by the intended target group. And if that is what actually transpires, then the very objective of communication itself is lost. So, the third domain in which failure can be leveraged in a business is in the domain of communication. That's about it. I'm Roshan Nisar. I'm a career coach. I help people with job search and career advancement. Okay, I also counsel people both at a personal level and at a professional level. For those of you all who would want to read most of my work, you can log on to my LinkedIn profile, and you could also watch my videos on YouTube. My YouTube channel simply goes by my name, Roshan Nisar. That's about it. That's my time. Thank you so much. Over to you, Obehi.
Thank you so much, my friend. I appreciate that. That is highly appreciated. Thank you so much for that. All right.
Thank
so
you.
I let everybody know that the book that you see on this page, which is Business Storytelling, is available on Amazon. It's actually the 5th in a 5-book series about storytelling mastery. How it come about is that we believe that storytelling is fundamentally important for us in our businesses and in everything that we do. And of course, that have come to condition everything that I do today, which is also a part of my storytelling, in that one day I decide to learn about the presence of Africans in northern Italy, because Italy is far away from Nigeria, where I'm coming from. So having see these people, I have see myself in their journey, I felt it was necessary to tell this story. At the time, I didn't attach any business affiliation to it. I just wanted to tell this story. But it is through the telling of this story that I've come to understand that I was actually toiling with a very powerful instrument that I haven't thought I was going to leverage, which is storytelling. And now that is conditioning everything that I do. Now, what if you want to learn more about storytelling? Of course, you could get to Amazon and get a copy of this book and read. Or get 5 books, because each of them is talking about something completely different. Or maybe you could take a course. We have a lot of courses available on AClasses Academy where we teach people about storytelling. Now, why am I saying that? I'm saying that because this room is not enough for us to go into the intricacies of what is actually meant by storytelling, because there are a lot of things that we need to learn in story for us to be able to succeed in leveraging it. Because what you don't know, you cannot leverage. And until you master something, it is going to be pretty difficult for you to actually leverage it.